Every founder dreams of that one investor who finally says, "I'm in." But here's the truth. Investors don't just fund good ideas. They fund good signals. You could have a groundbreaking product, yet still get ignored if your business doesn't look investor ready. The real challenge isn't finding investors, it's attracting them. Because money chases momentum. When your startup shows clarity, confidence, and traction, investors start reaching out to you, not the other way around. In this video, you'll learn exactly how to position your startup so investors can't help but take you seriously, even if you don't have fancy connections or previous funding. We'll talk about finding the right investors, building relationships that matter, and crafting a business plan that speaks their language. So, if you're ready to turn your idea into an investable opportunity, let's start with the first move: researching the right investors. Strategy 1. Research relevant investors. Most startups waste months pitching to the wrong investors. They send generic emails, spray their pitch everywhere, and wonder why no one bites. The truth? The best founders don't chase investors, they study them. Before you ever reach out, dig deep. Learn what types of businesses your ideal investors actually back. Are they early-stage angels who love bold ideas, or venture capitalists who want traction and proven numbers? Each investor has a personality, a portfolio, and a pattern. When you understand that, your outreach instantly stands out. Start by exploring platforms like Crunchbase, AngelList, or even LinkedIn. Look at who funded startups similar to yours, their focus areas, check sizes, and preferred industries. Once you find that match, tailor your message. Mention a company they've invested in, highlight what makes your business different, and show that you've done your homework. This approach flips the dynamic. Instead of being another founder asking for money, you position yourself as a strategic opportunity. Investors respect that level of preparation because it signals professionalism and self-awareness, two traits that instantly build trust. Remember, attracting investors isn't about convincing everyone. It's about finding the few who already believe in what you're building. And when you reach the right people with the right message, funding conversations start happening naturally. That's how smart founders skip the noise and get noticed. Next, we'll talk about how to build real-world relationships with those investors, the kind that turn curiosity into commitment. Strategy 2. Network and build relationships. Here's something most founders underestimate. Investors rarely invest after a first meeting. Funding isn't a transaction, it's a relationship game. The earlier you start building those connections, the easier fundraising becomes later. Instead of cold pitching strangers, focus on warming up your network. Start showing up where investors already are: industry events, demo days, webinars, or startup communities online. Comment on their posts, ask thoughtful questions, and share insights that show you understand the space. People notice consistency far more than one clever message. Referrals are golden. Investors trust introductions from people they already know, other founders, mentors, or advisors. That's why it pays to build relationships horizontally, not just upward. Talk to other entrepreneurs who've raised money. Ask for advice before you ask for capital. Many investors start watching you quietly after a great first conversation. And when you finally reach out, make it personal. Mention something they recently shared, or an investment that aligns with your vision. Keep your message short, clear, and genuine, not a copy-paste pitch deck link. Investors see hundreds of those every week. Relationships compound like interest. The more authentic touchpoints you build now, the more doors open later, sometimes when you least expect it. So, don't just chase the check, build the trust first. Because the investors who back you long-term aren't buying your idea, they're buying you. Next, We'll talk about the one document that turns those relationships into real deals: your business plan. Strategy 3. Build credibility and social proof. Investors don't buy potential, they buy proof. And credibility is what turns interest into action. Start by tightening your online presence. Your website, pitch deck, and LinkedIn should clearly communicate who you are, what problem you solve, and why you're worth betting on. Consistency across these touchpoints makes your startup look professional and investable. Next, build social proof. Share early customer testimonials, partnerships, small press features, or even user growth numbers. Every visible sign of progress reduces investor hesitation. If your startup has pilot projects or even wait lists, highlight them. If other founders or advisors vouch for you, let that credibility shine through. You don't need to look big, you need to look real. The moment investors see momentum, even small but consistent movement, you become a safer, smarter bet. Strategy 4. Develop a solid business plan. Once you've got investors' attention, the next question they'll ask is simple: can this business actually grow? That's where your business plan becomes your best weapon. It's not just a formality, it's proof that you understand your market, your numbers, and your path to scale. A strong business plan tells a story investors can believe in. It should clearly outline what your startup does, who it serves, and how it's going to make money, but also why now is the right time for it to exist. Show that you understand your industry trends, customer behavior, and competition. The more insight you provide, the more investors see that you're not guessing, you're strategizing. Your plan should make investors feel confident that their capital won't vanish into chaos. That means having realistic financial projections, clear milestones, and a plan for what happens if things don't go perfectly. Investors don't expect perfection, they expect preparation. And don't forget to highlight your team. Who's building this with you, and why are you the one to make it succeed? The founder market fit often matters more than the product itself. Finally, your business plan should show traction, even small wins. Whether it's early customers, revenue growth, or a wait list of users, real data turns investor interest into investor action. Think of your plan as a promise, a roadmap that proves you're not just dreaming big, but building smart. Now that your foundation is clear, it's time for the final and most persuasive piece: learning how to pitch your vision with confidence and close the deal. Strategy 5. Perfect your pitch. Even with the right investors and a solid business plan, everything comes down to how well you tell your story. Investors hear hundreds of pitches every month, but the ones they remember aren't overloaded with numbers or jargon. They remember the ones that make them feel something. Your pitch isn't just about what your business does, it's about why it matters. Start with the problem. Paint it clearly enough that they can feel the frustration your customers face. Then, show your solution and the transformation it creates. Keep your message simple, structured, and specific. You're not trying to impress investors with complexity. You're trying to convince them with clarity. Confidence is contagious. Investors don't just bet on ideas, they bet on founders who can lead, adapt, and execute. So, when you pitch, focus less on asking for money and more on sharing a vision that's too compelling to ignore. Make them feel like they're missing out if they don't get involved. And remember, the pitch doesn't end when you stop talking. It continues in how you follow up, how you deliver updates, and how you build momentum afterward. So, to bring it all together, attracting investors isn't luck. It's a process. You research the right people, build genuine relationships, craft a plan that makes sense, and pitch with purpose. Do that, and the funding will follow. If this video helped you see fundraising differently, hit subscribe, give it a like, and share it with another founder who's chasing their first investment. Because the more you learn how to attract the right investors, the faster your startup will grow.